安安，抱歉，来晚了。哦，安安 Kina 安安，欢迎啊 Kina 加入落叶队。小猪安安，荧光安安，4份 Google 问卷是怎么回事？一份可以多少钱这样子是吗？小虫安安，红茶安安，市民安安，今天是我没有，应该没有要抽，因为他好像要0+1才能用是吧？目前没有打算抽。1份4块起跳，所以16块是吧？16哦，它变方便了，我不想看讯息，谢谢。我现在对讯息有阴影，关掉。他会不会有不想要看 Line， 不想要看 Message， 不想看 IG 的时候，还是平常都没有人在看？哎，瑞苏桑 ，Good night，Good night。Max 安安，Yeah fine， 好久没看了。那平常都在看什么？平常都在看台，放学之后、下班之后就不想要碰任何的那个通讯软体，是吧？啊，那 DC 呢？好想抽。你已经住在 DC 里面，看我猜对了。李若，初见安安，欢迎，嗨，也是 OK。Why are you？ 是听起来鼻音很重吗？没有，没事。黄泉战绩直接1刀秒小怪，他就是为了这个而存的，所以我很犹豫要不要抽他呢。拉口安安，我就是很犹豫要不要因为这种就是省时省力，就是抽，我没有那么多那么多东西呀。这是重新分类的，是不是？反正你抽出来了，我知道，我有看到 DC 里有写，我的鼻音很重。哎，你还在抽，加油！祝你好运！哇，他也送太好了吧！好棒哦！换季的原因吗？我也不知道我觉得今天鼻音很重，然后有点哑哑的。但是我觉得不算换季，它就是，我跟你们讲一件事，就是最近不是天气都很奇妙吗？就很奇怪，就一下热一下冷，一下热一下冷。然后我就常常在那边没有看天气预报，然后对，然后我就在冷的时候只穿了短袖出门，然后加一件薄的短袖在外面，我甚至不是穿长袖，莉莉安安，然后我那一天就快冷死。还好我没有感冒，然后在热的时候，我就穿了一件大衣出门，我好棒。你有好一点吗？ 什么东西是好东西。我不想要收来路不明的包裹，拜拜。对啊，在家感受不到气温变化，也不是，是有时候你出门的时候还是天气冷的，然后结果那一天中午或者是那一天太阳出来之后，超级热，热到疯掉，热到疯掉吧？我要干嘛来着？你们说抽吗？我说抽吗？好啊，抽啊！抽不到就是命，我就用仅限的抽嘛，啊，抽不到就是命，啊，抽到了就也是命，啊，是不是？你一年四季都是短袖加短裤，也太扯了吧！超棒的啊，30抽，因为我上一次抽花火抽完了，我也没有什么票了，来，就40嘛。没有，短袖加1哦，新卡卡，结果这一次又来了一只，我也想要短袖，现在是几抽？现在是几抽？30吗？对，好像是秘密事情。好，歪了，没有歪了，你看清楚好吗？30抽，30抽。你只有冬天偶尔妈妈觉得你会冷才穿长裤。不好吗？怎么了吗？不好吗？我来看一下哦，历史记录。对，30抽。那我把大宝留给沙金喽。还是我要把这11抽抽完？克洛山安，好热。那你如果上那种就是高中的时候上体育课，不就更热了？欢迎加入落叶队。原来你之前没有吗？没有被扫到。啊，再抽一次，就把那个抽完。什么意思？什么意思？等一下，我是不是明天走在路上会被车撞？怎么办？不玩了，等一下。哦，到期，原来是到期了吗？我是不是会被打等一下。他怎么了？没有啊，他就出了，对。我觉得二姐会杀了我，等一下。我会觉得我会被抬掉，这么难啊！你小号也出了没有？因为我是歪了，然后又出了，所以对。恭喜我获得！完蛋了，那这样子，我家男神是不是不要来了？不会来了？我没有票了，我要继续赚票了。我练不完了啦，等一下。对，我练不完，我就是抽个爽。我应该会练， 因为我可以不用打小怪 ，happy， 超级庸俗的理由。我真的明天是不是会被 K 啊？等一下，这运气。我也不知道因为我最近都在狂练那个画火的。先生，你已经饿了没有？吓死！我想说他什么时候饿了？我最近在弄他的心机，还没好。还没好，我虚无够吗？我虚无好像只有几只而已吧。Hello， 你好吗 ？Hello， 你好吗？虚无要2只，我虚无好像都没有啊。你讲，我就没有啊。心态崩。你们什么都啊！我跟你们讲啊！一只瓦尔特嘛，所以我要练它了嘛，是吗？然后那个男的，这只是吗？我没有小柜子啊。有配啦，没柜子，应该没有。对，我没有柜子，只有他。角色我刚刚也有歪，对，但是他在歪的石头过后回来了。放养书，所以就是配拉加养书吗？还是配拉加？好，我又好，等一下，我这样一次要练几只啊？等一下，我不想面对。我知道要打第9宇宙2，没事，那个还好，1、2，然后这只吗？好啦，我先升。然后他的素材我什么都没有打，因为我不觉得他会来。我想说，我花火这么近，他应该不会来。好我有漂亮大姐姐了耶！我有吗？哦，这个吗？我以为我没有。我已经抽到那个不知道有谁了。不要哦！天哪！所以我这次也要练。OK， 好，没事，我先继续。我明天是来看剧情的。然后就变成了抽卡。然后他就出货了，我很开心，我很 happy。我今天还摸到猫猫，今天是幸运 day，happy。好啦，我觉得在座有在看直播的都抽得到，好不好？这是祝福。这是祝福。哦，看你在哪？沙金你在哪？天鹅绒，小号已经出了，那大号有没有出？有没有要那个？而且我这边全部都还没找。我要去哪里找？沙 经不是啊，不是这啊。你在哪里？为什么？哦，我是瞎子。等一下，我眼皮啊，没有看到亮亮的。我想说，在哪里？在哪里？在哪里？明明就在这一层，在哪里？
君と同じような顔になったよ。でも見間違いじゃない。死んだのはあの名だたる歌手のロビンだ。
ロビダ，我也想抽ロビダ，我想要的好多哦。他根本没有在专心玩这游戏，我是在看剧情的。
信じられないならハウンド家の人間に聞いてみるといい。彼らは僕やカンパニーのことを嫌ってるから絶対に嘘は言わないよ。
所以上次听到那个知更鸟被杀的部分是吧 ？OK。
僕が君に見せているのは
议庭授权，公司所有。
最も単純な公演水の表現技術だ。ガーデンオブリコレクションの承認を受け、カンパニーが所有しているね。
OK。
ここまで来ても、君はあの巡回レンジャーが無関係だと思うかい？
我不管，他就是一个好人。
はっきりと約束してる。ファミリーが作った美しい夢の中では、すべての人の安全を保証する。
遇险者会被强制唤醒，但是我现在已经遇险了，我也没有被强制唤醒。里面已经死了已经有2个尸体了，这样讲对吗？已经有2个飘飞的，一个没飘飞，一个飘飞的尸体了。同街的壁虎。你知道我一直以为进梦境的是你的灵魂，然后你灵魂消散，你就会死掉。没有，今天没有顶东西，没有。爱秋雨安安，今天没有。我在看剧情，今天更新的剧情。知更鸟跟伊芙丽特，所以完蛋了！我才过一段时间，我就忘记之前那个女生叫什么名字。那个叫什么？那个叫什么？我有看啊，但是有没有记起来又是另外一件事情。就跟我喜欢看动画一样，有没有记起来是另外一件事情。但是他在讲的是流萤吗？好像不是，好像是别人。对。我的脑容量没有办法容纳那么多东西。对。我可能没有，他讲知更鸟，然后另外一个有4个字。他讲了4个字，但是看一下，你闭闭嘴巴，闭闭一下，阿萨金嘴巴闭闭一下，我看一下啊、伊弗利特还是这个是那个、大公，还是伊弗利特是谁？伊弗利特是打嘞？大公对不对？哦，是大公。我跟你们讲一件很好笑的事情，就是我有朋友也有在玩这个，然后呢，我就说啊，那个大公已经死了，他说什么时候？为什么大公死了？然后我就说剧情里面不是有讲吗？我不敢看，我觉得我会被抬掉。 我知道啊，我知道这个东西啊，我就说，因为这剧情里面有讲大公已经死掉啦。那是遗物，大公的遗物变成了仪器。后面的剧情可能会对大公改观。其实我觉得他的那个叫什么，他死得很体面啊，因为剧情组不是还特别给他了一部 PV 吗？你觉得还是很路人？其实我对大公完全没有任何的印象，我只知道他是一个就是找麻烦的人，就这样。对，能被令史砍死也是死得很体面了。反正现在就是大家都在争遗产嘛，就跟那个8点档一样啊，大家都要争遗产，只是那个遗产可能外面的人也进来争啊。黄泉回忆里面，你真觉得他是汉子？大公表示一礼貌嘛，啊，我就不认识他嘛。你看、啊、那个大家都想要遗产。边陲监狱的所有权。星河。这只是比较广一点的8点档，然后多了很多支线作品。我真的会被打，我真的会被打。反正我在看那个前阵的时候胃很疼，就是了。哦，难得有看前阵，然后结果跟我说可能会刀更凶哦，很开心哦，很棒哦，那个烧鸡哦，自有打算。我现在突然觉得沙丁的话很多。加入大门是堵高墙，要推倒它，要先转几栋。他现在就是来钻洞的，那个凿洞取光。所以我们看到的就是一开始遇到的知更鸟就怪怪的啦。我还記得知更鸟怪怪的，就很像机器人。幅広く交流してきたのはこの瞬間のためなんだよ。この悪い知らせはファミリーにとってとても不利なものだから、きっと外部の人間。如果杀金失败会变什么？拜金吗？对不起，我突然很想讲，突然很想讲冷笑话。哦。我已经讲完了。杀金失败会变什么？变拜金。变金沙，巧克力。我一个人没办法做主。今天天气很热，大家凉一下，凉一下。我觉得很棒。现在有人说我讲话越来越没有逻辑，已经很没有逻辑了，然后现在越来越没有逻辑。别逼你去天台吹风，回来会感冒，会感冒。如果要去吹风的话，建议你穿上外套，哎，穿多一点再去吹风。要穿那种防风的。对，然后 然后记得带雨伞，可能会下雨。我觉得就是他是译者，所以他是看戏的吗？看戏的。他讲完就不见了，礼貌吗？他说完他想说的就直接消失了。所以说就不见了。然后他讲话速度更慢，非常慢。你要去天台搭帐篷过夜，我也是没有意见。大家对那个，你让我想到一件事，我之前有一阵子很想要露营，但是我觉得很麻烦。而且我想要露营的原因是我想要烤肉。反应叙述逻辑清晰，我必须提醒你和那个男人合作。我可以掷个骰子吗？我掷个骰子。你们不觉得在露天烤肉是一个很有情调的事情？弄什么剪辑？你说露天烤肉的部分吗？你看嘛，就是平常吃饭的时候都是，烤肉就是，但是你要准备很多东西啊。我去问大姐。我觉得我会100%被拒绝，因为弟弟会觉得麻烦，因为都是他要处理。对啊，是烤肉，不然是什么烤肉？你以为是什么烤肉？要不然是什么烤肉？露天烤肉就是烤肉啊，字面上的意思啊。我没有其他寓意在里面，好吗？没有，并没有。虽然我也不知道你在讲哪一个烤肉。对。然后我就会看各种，之前就会看各种 YT 在那边露营啊，直播的烤肉，我干嘛去营区烤肉啦？我去营区剪辑干嘛？等一下，不要嘴了。有些露营园区会提供烤肉，我知道啊，就是那种就是全部都传厚就是都准备好的。但为什么不直接烤肉？你是说就是去烤肉店烤肉吗？那个露天是一个情调吗？是一个情怀，就跟你不会在自己的房间或者是在厨房里面搞不好会烤肉，但是就是不会航吧这样子弄啊，因为衣服会很难处理。但是我之前我有在露天烤肉过，有啦。苗栗人表示露天烤肉家门口就可以，你家顶楼够的啊，绝对露天。也要，但是有些在房间烤，你要通风啊，但是你会被臭死啊。就是你烤完肉之后你要收拾，然后你的衣服全部都要，你的全部的东西有关布料的全部都要去处理。听你刚刚讲什么？完了，我根本没在看剧情。这只是一个陪伴我们聊天的一个手段，叫做剧情，对，叫做星穹铁道。我会被家人打，才会被邻居检举。然后我想到，如果你的房间是那一种，就是也不算你的房间，应该说你们家是那一种，就是大楼里面，然后有那个，因为会有消防嘛，会有消防警报器，然后你就会听到那个消防警报器一直响，因为你触发了那个消防警报器。 然后结果消防队进来，发现你是在喊吧，我觉得真的会被打。我觉得他讲话很慢，我觉得我等一下换成中配好了。我要讲话好慢哦，好慢，非常的缓慢，会让人睡着的那一种，就是这样子，就是我好了。我讲话已经算快了，跟我平常讲话比起来，我觉得啦，我觉得，中配也很慢吗？没关系，我们来听一下哦，至少我在聊天的时候，你们会听得到他在讲什么，好不好？我在哪里？在这里。啊，他要下载是不是？我想听看看英文呢，我们来听看看英文好不好？好，就让他载，我们继续聊天。有没有听过英文的啊？其实感觉像那个另外一款游戏，原神那一款是英文，其实也还不错听，在新地图那里，在水神那边英文还蛮不错听的。我现在是要下载各种语言包这样子，我们要国际化，我们要听各种语言。我是不是等一下韩文也要该下一下？每版都不错。那如果是那一种，就是每个版本都会换的吗？因为有些人就是只习惯听一版，就是不是中就是日，然后英文感觉也比较少。中配有很慢，中配好像也挺慢的，在 PV 里面，因为 PV 是中配，就是我听的是中文的。哦，难怪那么不习惯，难怪那么不习惯。它好慢哦！我今天网络是很慢吗？还是因为我在直播的关系？要不然一般讲话到底要多快？像这样噼里啪啦噼里啪啦，然后不会撇嘴吗？你是中配，直到今天到了黄泉换了日配，现在都这么慢啊！哎，我就只好等它下载了。还好今天好像看一下，哦，大姐在开。对，我的时间因为往后延，然后我就跟他撞在一起了，撞烂，撞击力道强度非常的高。我们来听听看英文，我还没有听过他们的英文，其实我只有听过那个歌曲版本英文的。我是要走过去还是可以穿过去？传送。
So much has happened. I should take a moment to gather my thoughts and wait for everyone to arrive.
好低哦，好低哦，他的声音这么低吗？真的超像反派的声音。
Do you still dream, Hunter, of those slain by your hand? 哦，用火关底，来了。
It appears the outcome has already been determined.
You're still alive.
我觉得好像在看那个
You still have room to make
英
a
文电
choice.
影的 feel。
Leave the music box behind, and then go.
and go。哎，好爽哦，其实。
The bloody trail of the destruction leaves no room for hesitation.
The Taurus fire demon. Even if you sacrifice your life for that eon,
哎
you won't get special treatment.
哎，好帅哦！
You tread the narrow path of the hunt. You could never understand. We come from the fire.
We
and
come
are
from the
born
fire 。
in fire.
会意外的，就是很专注的听完他讲，然后呢，他在讲什么，我根本没在看。
And we leave only ashes on the ground.
但是我觉得英文更慢了，
Forms the entire
是我的错觉吗？
from the beginning to the end.
From the beginning
We are
to
born
the
to die just to put into practice a profile of another universal truth.
下回什么东西？你讲太快了，我听不到。
Things are created for the destruction.
Your companions don't seem to think so. They fight for your chance at survival.
Survival。
They are my children, and just as I was, they are flames that have yet to burn white hot. They're still young, and I don't believe them. But my flames are faint, and time is running out.
我真的有一种在看那个
You see
英
the
文电影，
planet of festivities in the distance.
或者是那种美国影集啊，然后那个之前那个
Before that,
那个叫什么？
I must surpass you.
就是一些，
Why?
就是一些
Because on the path they have forged, you
low 的
have
那一部，
traveled
哎 ，low 的那一部，low 的那一部叫什么？我也忘记了。
Emanator. You cannot hide your true identity. Draw that sword, for we shall indeed remain here, bound to fight a decisive battle to the death, for I choose this.
I choose this。
Destruction is intense, but brief.
我现在听到 destruction 会很
Cravenly
想
cling
笑
to，life is to endure an
一定是因为
endlessly
看太多
prolonged
奇怪的，
existence.
也不是说奇怪，看太多
Even
切
if the
片。
answer turns out to be your own destruction.
What
所以
is
我真的得
important
说一
is
声
not
大
the
公
answer,
认的是条汉子，明知道对手自己无法战胜，但还是选择这边对抗。他们滑稽的死去是在战场上应战。
Everything exists to be destroyed.
敢跟定时打的角色真的没名，他就是毁灭啊，
Sweet
他就是
dreams
毁灭流的啊。
born of the void.
对，
The so-called impossible is merely something that is yet to happen.
我觉得他的话也很多。打架之前，
I accept.
You shall witness the most
所以他是听到明火大公这样讲，所以才到黑洛康里去的吧？感觉。
May this flame illuminate the farthest reaches of your bottomless dream.
因为之前大公没有完全的出现呢，就是只是在
That's
那个
right.
上面。
But you've made one small mistake. This blade remains in its scabbard not out of pity or scorn. It's a personal secret that I don't want to disclose.
这把真的很好看。
Perhaps out of reciprocity.
但是我发现，就是他们角色都有一个
I'll reveal the
就是
truth to you.
他这边都会分开，变成两个。
The hunt. is
哦，这
not
边
the
已
path
经
I
打完
truly
了，是不
follow.
是？他是
May
寻猎，
death
但是
be the end of
并不
your
是他的道
boundless
路。
dream, guiding you back to the waking world.
哎，英文真的好帅
I still
哦！
see them in my dreams. Hold it. Your time hasn't come yet.
My turn.
I've seen many clever disguises that can conceal appearances.
对
You can never cover up who a person really is.
没有，他只有说他不是寻猎信仰。
You had no desire to kill the Trailblazer. You only did what you did to drive me and the Memo Keeper away, but why?
他叫我什么意思？
Did Destiny's slave make you do it?
You know, Elio.
I thought this is just the kind of thing that'd get
刚刚
written
是
into your
错误
script.
植入还是
My script has
什么
always
情
been
况？
grief. Other than that, anything beyond that is un...
对啊，为什么是跟萨姆讲？这个宇宙谁不知道？哦，讲，我看懂，这个是那个，这个是，他不想要杀我，是这个意思。我想说，我刚刚想说，为什么你对着他叫我的名字？什么意思？我猜萨姆是谁？我不知道呢。从我知道他开始，他就是萨姆。
I hold the privilege of choice. However, you appear to be ignorant
还是萨姆
of this.
才是那个？
So it's time for me to inquire. Who
他是小
exactly
樱，
are you?
自己杀自
Not your enemy,
己。
perhaps.
That's not what I asked.
I don't deserve your curiosity. Loners wandering the cosmos always have their secrets. Take me. I'm wanted by the IPC, so it's little wonder that I know
IPC?
something about the Stellaron hunters. That's all. Maybe I can help.
What reason would you have for doing that?
弄成音配，我
I
反
tend
而
to
更
forget
想看
things.
了。
Which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't
这
otherwise.
是好事吗？
So, I know who is inside that cold armor.
是谁？
How about it? Ready to take off that armor and sit down for a talk?
It's not yet time.
It's not yet
I
time.
don't need help, but I can give you a suggestion that would make things better for you and me.
所以萨姆是谁啊？
If your goal is
我今
the
天看完这个会
Watchmaker's
知道萨姆是谁
legacy,
吗？
then go look into the family.
嗨，森尼的阳
Not
啊！
only are they covering up the existence of death, but they're burying the past and the truth about what happens inside the dreamscape.
你
Already
之
on.
前还没破完，我以为你破完了
The。Astral
所以你是
Express
先写那个黄泉
is
的
no
那个
enemy of
故
yours.
事是吧？
I know that. I just never expected to hear you say it. What's next then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for him?
No need for that. No harm in mentioning that Elio's only given me one
让星穹列
instruction.
车一同追逐，我们也要去追遗产的，我们也要变成追遗
To
产的其
track
中一
down
人
the。grand legacy. I tried settling this in an easier and more direct way, but as you can see, here I am confronting you.
为了那伟大的遗产
I，failed. Can't
大家开始
ever go against the script.
各区
The so-called impossible is merely something that is yet to happen. That's it.
感觉这
Before
次
we
还是
split,
完
can
结
I
不
ask you
了啊
one！more thing?
我还是
Is
没
there
有看
anything
到一
else
个
in your script about me?
重，就是
I'd like to
点
know
点
what kind of footnote I
我
get
只
to
看到
leave
一
in
堆
that
伏笔。
future foreseen by destiny.
Unfortunately, not a thing came up.
I knew it.
好漂亮！
Hang on. I don't.
Don't. What?
Your first question was, do you still have dreams about everyone who died because of you?
Because of you.
I don't. Never have. I was born without the ability to dream. I
但是
live
他也是
for this cold, harsh reality. For a little light
钢
to
弹味。
burn, to keep
有啊，他就是弄成那种 feel 啊，那种感觉，
until I turn to
因为他本身长得也很像，
So
也有那种感觉，
I
所以
really
他可能就是日配，就是找的就是那一
Is
位
that so?
那位配音人员的
You're
诠释
already
就是
living in
往
the
钢弹那
Waking
边去诠释，对。这边的剧情是就是往前播，
We
然后再
heard
往
about
前
Miss
播。
Firefly from Black Swan, but we never
不
expected
是
Miss Robin
3月7的3月7的声音好，
I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you then.
Reality cruises on.
机子的我也不行，
While
完了
undercurrents bubble，up
我是不
from
是
the
又要改了？
dreamscape. Just like that memo keeper said. Stay strong, everyone. We can still do what we can for them. Starting with
就是
finding
他
the murderer.
他很
Let's recap everything then. The Trailblazer just reminded me of
就是
something.
太低了，机子的感觉太
Do
低。
you remember what that family
还是
rep
因为
who
不习惯的
negotiated
关
with us
系。
said?
Indeed, we
然后
trust that
3
the
月7 听
nameless
起
has
来
nothing to do with this. And we all
应该
said that
是
each of you
是
to
像
help
龙
assist
女
the
那样子
family
的
in
那种，就
verifying
是
the identity of the deceased.
就是
That's how it was put, in reference to
跟
Miss
崩山的一
Firefly.
样。你说机
Looking
子，
back, he seemed a little evasive at the time.
因为崩山
And
我
he
没有
also
玩。
failed to mention anything about the earlier murder, too.
The family's planning on covering up all news about Miss Robin's death. If news gets out, Penacony's going to turn
可
into a
能是我觉得他的
bloodbath.
声音比较适合更稚
But the
嫩
murderer
的
that followed closely
角色
after was obviously beyond their anticipation. The family had to try and turn things to their advantage by bringing in
有可能是不
reinforcements
习
from
惯，
outside.
单纯不习
The
惯。
Charmony Festival is nearly here.
反正我也很少
They
听到
must
他
be
讲话，
snowed under.
我也很少在听他讲话，我
It
都在
may also be
他在
that
讲话的时候，我
Miss
都在
Firefly's murder had so
放着。
many witnesses that it couldn't be covered up. So they went with the flow and let more people on the scene to control the situation.
control the situation。
After all, the nature of the two murders is fundamentally different. The
现在有
family's
公司的
first
世
protective
界，
measure should be against
然后
malicious
有
actors among the guests,
那个
such as that
星河猎
IPC
手，
envoy.
Indeed. He
No.
was particularly concerned about that
有巡
galaxy
猎
ranger.
令使，
Are we missing the
然后
forest
有
for the
译者
trees here? I always felt that Aventurine's reasons for accusing
我还有
Miss
什么没
Acheron
数
were
到的？
highly subtle. Can we believe him?
跟哦，
At
还有
this
那个
point,
花火，
I'm afraid the only ones we can
这是
trust
各
are
式人种
ourselves.
都在这里。
Look, let's try to gather intel first and then list all the possible outcomes we can. Then we go through them, eliminating contradictions one by one.
然后
The fewer
大家
facts
共同
remaining,
追逐
the
这一
closer
幕
we。are to the truth.
也
I've
没有啦，有
still
些没
got
有，有
this
些只是
sense of foreboding. It's
遗
like
产
we're
遗
stuck
产
in a，
不是遗物
whirlpool,
遗产，
spinning
一样啊
around that legacy even after everything that's happened.
遗物打不到就是打不到
This
了。
time we're playing the role of a real detective. But before we start, what are we going to say to the family and Aventurine?
As I see things, the family harbors no ill will towards the Astral Express. If they didn't trust the crew, they wouldn't have casually commissioned outsiders to investigate a case that's, in all likelihood, a scandal. Plus, this is the family's turf. Teaming up with them should make things easier for us in the future. As for that Aventurine, well, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
He's complex. He deliberately slow-played his hand during negotiations while running circles around us all the
就
while.
是不适合，
He appealed
我不太适
convincingly
合
to
这样。
both reason and emotion. It wasn't forced, but the intent was obvious.
沙俊会讲
Still,
话。
it's good to have contacts among all this uncertainty. Aventurine showed his skills, and as far as our interests are aligned, he can become a reliable ally. We also need to keep a certain distance from the family. Never let them get too
所以我们要
close.
站在两
Teaming up with the
方中
IPC helps
间，
balance that out.
蹲
If
着。
either side makes a move, we have the option to pull out.
你们要打的时候
So
请
you
互打，
suggest
不要打到我
accepting
们。
Aventurine's proposal to team up.
然后说感觉真的很像那种老
Yes.
前辈。
It's
你是配
risky,
音吗
but？we can only wait
但是我
until
觉得
both
挺
sides
适
have
合
played
的。
their cards before making any further judgments.
I get why, but there's a whole lot of bad guys and girls around here. And I'm worried about getting stabbed in the
坏
back.
女人、坏男
She's
人太
been
多，
bullied a few times now, and I can't stand it anymore.
真的好好笑。等一下，这是什么回答？这是 M 吧？尽管欺负我是什么意思？他给的很多，他没有给钱呢、谁给的很多？
You're like a broken record.
必须选他，但是我选了一。
Let me keep an eye on him. If that doesn't work, we can just turn the tables and use him
他也退
instead.
不回去了。对，他也退不回去了。
Then, could you please reply to Aventurine? Everyone, take this time to put together your thoughts.
列车主同意合作。理性消费。这不是贿赂吗？这真的不是贿赂吗？这确定不是贿
Looks
赂
like
吗？
Aventurine is happy with this.
我终于知道为什么很多人说他很像那个谁，因为这个配音，你们再听一次哦。真的没有问题吗？等一下，这个真的没有问题吗？算了。
Aventurine's goal is to try and recapture Penacony for IPC.
你知道
To
像
do
谁吗？
this, he'll have to bring
像
down
某只
the
老鼠啊。
family in its entirety to create a big enough chance. The existence of death will
因
be
为声
covered
音
up
声
by
音
the
像不
family.
算，对不对？
So how does he plan
然后
on
他们
taking
的
them
就是
down?
最原始版的，又
It's
那
got to
个
be
时
something
间岛，
important
半
enough
去
that
时间
everyone
岛。
will notice. But it also can't be anything
没有，但是它
too
是最
out
原
in
始
the
版的，
open.
它不是现在那一版的，它是那种黑白时期版的。对，死亡的存在会被家族掩盖，他打算从什么地方？家族
He's definitely going for the family.
对啊，
and
但是
it's
只有
just a
黑
matter
白
of
的，然后
how.
他的那个现在
The
目前
harmony is strong
的
in
那一只
Penacony,
还没有
and
过
almost
期，它
impossible
不
to
算
take on
是
head to head. The fact
它
that
算
the
是
IPC
虽然都是
dispatched
同一个
Aventurine
IP，但
shows
是
that they do not intend
它
to
是
simply play by
它
the
好像
book.
是分开来的，对，我不想看。
I'm just speculating. In any case, we have to be careful when handling Aventurine. He's skilled at reading people and discerning the right moment to strike. Also, he's clearly a born gambler if he's willing to go all in to
对啊，他就是个赌徒。我希望我可以抽到那个赌徒，谢谢。
Aventurine said something that concerns me. He accused that galaxy
看电影
ranger
的
of
时候戴
killing
上你的
Robin
钟表，
without
笑死。
any evidence whatsoever, but
我
said
不知
nothing
道，
about her connection to
我是
that
觉得声音
memory
很
zone
像。
meme or why he was
对。
stalking you.
难怪就是有人说就
Groundless
是很
accusation,
像，我就想说为什么
which
像？
only
原来
serves
是
to
因
make
为
him
英
seem
文
more
英文的
suspicious.
那个配音。
Maybe Aventurine's goal was However, I asked Don Hung back on the Express to confirm that story about the Annihilation Gang
里
and
面
the
帮
lost
失去
messages.
音讯了，
It wasn't something that Aventurine made up out
反
of
正就
thin
是
air.
美国大公被杀了。
You've met her many times now. What's your impression of Miss
对啊，
Akira?
音配就是完全就是，等一下再去听一次。很神秘的人。
That fits the stereotype of a Galaxy Ranger to a T. They're eccentric, unpredictable.
来，再听一次，来。这真的没有问题。
Remember to bring more next time.
好笑，真的有像对啊，它跟最原始那个是一样的吧
I hope it's not too soon to bring it up.
对啊，
But I
你有
feel
没有
like
觉得很像那
Miss
个
Robin isn't actually dead,
你
but
开
she's
头那一
still
位
alive and
的
well
树？对，
somewhere. But everything's just some horrible prank.
对啊，就是在讲，
Because
你
aren't we
没穿你不
supposed
能
to
看，
be inside a dream?
它还是有啦，
How
但
could
是
someone
最原始的那个
die
没
in a
有。
beautiful dreamscape like
但是我不知道
this?
声音算不算，
Shouldn't only good things happen here?
不知道，
Whenever
因为
I
已经
see
超
the
过那个
grand
年限
theater,
了。
I just can't stop all these thoughts from flooding my head.
歌剧院之后可以进去吗？我到现在还是不能进去歌剧院。
Yeah, of course. At times like this, we're so lucky to have our crew.
而且只有英文像
The family，and
其他语
the
言
NPC
我觉得还好，
Everyone has
因为
their
中
own
文其实我也有
plans
听
going
过
on.
在手机里面，但是我觉得还好，
Everyone's still having a
没有那
great
么像，
time
它
out
就是
there on
英
the
文超
street.
像的。
Nobody knows what's happened. It's all so unreal. As if Firefly, Miss Robin, and us we're all... what a mess. I really want a nice cool drink of
你
soda
明
to
明
help
就
me
有刷
calm
卡会
down.
员，不知道为什么没有。
But then I'd be just like everyone else out on the streets.
刷错账号是什么意思？你是说给错账号？
Looks like Adventurine doesn't need anything
Okay.
else. Let's turn our attention to the family's assignment. for
YT
now.
是吗？
Himiko,
好笑。
what do you think?
你们早
Among
安，
our
早
current
安，
clues,
我们来
the two
看剧
murders
情
that，he
然后顺便
witnessed
吐
are the
槽。
most directly connected. I suggest starting here.
他的英文
One
音
thing
配也
I'm
很好
curious
音
about
配很
is
赞。
if a person dies in a dream, what happens to them in real
你
life?
你要不要去看一下？
Seeing as
等
we're
一
at
下，
the
你要不要
family's
你要不要去
behest,
看一下？
Why
你要不要
not
确
pop
认一
back
下
out？to
你不要乱
reality
刷呢。
and verify Miss Firefly's situation back at the hotel? Perhaps we could also make a few inquiries about
卡
her
不要
while out
乱
there.
刷呢。
How about we split off into two groups? There are still some things worth focusing on inside the
我现在
dreamscape.
一定要就是有人进来，然后就要给你们听一
We
下那
can
个
link.
Worth focusing
那个
on?
钟表小子的事。
Right. No problem.
Aw, I thought I'd finally get to see Himiko and Mr.
一定要给你
Yang
们
go
听一
out
下
on a
钟表
mission
小子
together.
的声音，
Oh well.
很棒。
Take care then, Mr. Yang.
I will. Keep in touch. Honored guest, could you come out for a second?
啊，这速度。
I'd be embarrassed too, getting
现在
stared
应
at
该
like
能看
that.
到订阅通知。
Forgive me. My name is Welt Yang. I'm one of the crew members on the Astral Express. I believe you've met my colleagues.
Well,
Word，
Is there something about my name?
first, don't you want to know my name?
I already do, Miss Acheron.
有订阅通
You're
知
a，prominent
但现在
figure
看起来
in
没有，
Penacony.
是不是卡住了？
What are they saying about me?
Some claim that you're the real culprit behind these murders, that the Annihilation Gang's tragic fate at the banquet was a result of your blade, and that you're now attempting to unleash another bloodbath on
你要送
Penacony.
我，你要送我50块
The
是吗？
Annihilation Gang.
Ifrit of Everflame Mansion
我去看一下，等我一下。
Tragic fate. That Duke turned his dying body to flames and sacrificed his life as a martyr. He was a determined and heroic pathstrider. Not even a villain should be disparaged like this. And what's more, there were plenty of suspects invited.
好像看得到。
They really think that a blade is more dangerous than that black hole you're wielding.
Keen intuition. Not even the family managed to point out the truth behind
看
this
太太
scheme.
认真忘记时间，
So you
要记
must
得时间
surely
呢。
know, Miss
要弟弟
Acheron,
要赶快
that
冲啊！
peering into a black hole is not a wise move. As a potential threat, your knowledge of us has reached uncomfortable depths. Reveal your true identity and intentions. Otherwise, brace yourself for gravitational disintegration.
That shouldn't be necessary. But if it makes the nameless feel less defensive, I'll be happy to abide.
看得到哦，
Believe it
看
or
得
not,
到，看得
Galaxy
到。
Ranger, Acheron. Those are the names
你要
I go by to this very day. My trip to Penacony is solely to fulfill
你下一
one
次再换
final request.
换回去，对，
I'm here for the Watchmaker's legacy.
看得到。
I think I've
对
been honest enough.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to.
你在说
It's just that I can't.
下
I've come so far, and I can't sum
你
up
在
all of
说
that
这
in
句话
just a few words.
杨叔好中二，对啊，
Everyone
他原本就
has
其实他
their
讲话并没有
secrets
说
that
就是
they don't
完
want
全
to be revealed.
没有那么中二。
And I won't be asking any more questions, such as why the Astral Express is roaming around the cosmos with a Stellaron on board. Is he okay? That memo keeper didn't do anything, right?
He's fine. Let's stick with the topic. Gaining my trust all depends on how
欢
much you're
迎
willing to
全糖
reveal.
红茶不加茶，加入
I've run
落
around
叶
many different
堆。
Penacony dreamscapes just to try and
虽
find
然我
that
都还是叫
legacy.
你红茶，
And during this period, I came
因为
into
全
contact
糖
with
比较
quite a
难
few
叫，
guests.
红茶比较好叫。
In the process, I gradually came to realize the secret of Penacony
欢迎欢迎，
may be closely related to the Trailblaze. That's why I've come to ask for your help. I don't have enough proof yet, but I'd like to speculate something. The source of all
这个
tragedy
又是来
lies
找合
within
作
the
的。
family. If you could trust me, we could
现在
find
是
the
要
proof to
各
support
各
this
源
claim
各
together.
各条线，然后都要合
I
作
think
这
you've
样
come to the
子，
same.
大家都来合
Let's
作。
leave it at that. For now, I'll choose to
我们
believe
需要
that
做
you
的事
bear
情
no
好多，因为
hostility.
大家都来合作。
Share your findings with me and me alone. I don't want vague conjecture to interfere with other people's judgments before we find solid proof.
By the way,
好棒
I'd
哦
like！something to
他的
drink.
英文好棒哦！
Before we go, how about 2 cups of wake the heck up? Because the conversation coming up will last forever.
他的英文好赞哦！嗯，
I've been watching her closely for a while now,
哎呀，
and the
好
first
呀
invitation was in the banquet hall of the hotel.
现在是剧情
She
片，
just sat in
哦
one
听的
corner,
是
keeping
音
silent,
频
chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up.
还
I
可
told her it's a pungent, bitter beverage, not the taste of sweet dreams, only for people allergic to Soul Glad. And she said,
Really? But I don't taste any difference at all between them.
the guest rooms are charmingly minimalist. An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron.
但是没有，但是我有
It's
那
a
个
cinch.
中文字
This
幕，
music box.
所以没
The
有事情。
invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet. You see, memories of you are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things.
Oh.
I know much, and I can predict even more. With some help, the dead can be made to speak. The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well, let me reveal all.
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12.
12.
Father, I dedicate this to you.
对啊。
Well done, Dubra. Wherever they go, shall be met by annihilation.
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
听英文我会专心看，我不知道为什么。听日文反而不会。
Merely wishing for undisturbed rest, away from the storms. Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage.
She won't be necessary. I alone am enough.
所以他有很多
We have done
小
on
孩
the。path of destruction. Fear death.
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey.
安安，听到
Those
晚
poor
安。
people. They have no idea what lies in wait ahead
等
of
一下
them.
我在弄我的话术，我话术没
Memory
点。
recovery is
我要换
going
一句
well,
话术，
but slowly.
我每次都忘记
She'll
重
be
点
here。soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no
Ow.
need to be delicate. In fact, I
很
think
赞，
I'd better
那个
go
CP
all
很
out.
赞哎。
What happened?
Wow.
The memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it should have gone. But along the way,
中间全部不见了。
it's like it's been erased. Who's done this?
Who are you?
Who are you？有，我抽完了。
Who are you?
Who are you？
It's... No. Is this not a memory?
Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection?
焚化宫
Or the cremation?
出现了新，没有，我没有抽那个，
My
我没
name
有
is
抽
Constance. A pleasure
那叫什
to
么？
meet you. We were supposed to meet at Penacony
中午
and spend an
忘记了，那个我没有抽，那一次我没抽。
unforgettable
我原
time
本只是
together.
想说，哦，那就抽看看，然后对，
But that seems
然后
unrealistic.
对，然后就
Dog is
抽
not
对。
welcome on the banquet store, and I don't need a coming of age ceremony. And you, I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? I can give it to you, and then you can enjoy the banquet for me. I wish you
刚睡坦
unforgettable.
斯不是之前出现在 PV 里那个大姐姐吗？不知道哎、
Oh. A phone. Wanna listen in?
反正我觉得现在一切都很神奇。可以啊，可以啊，应该看得到那个吧 UID。
The IPC made an announcement.
星际和平公
Under
司
the
正式宣
watchful
布，
guidance of the Marketing Development Department and in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter, the independent Sigonian sovereignty
联合酋长
has hereby been established and shall take a legislative seat at the Interstellar Congress. The formation of the Sigonian sovereignty is of great historical significance to the Sigonia system. This move puts an end to the planet's long and bloody history, turning the sensational Kataka Avgin extinction event into a distant memory.
Sigonia 4 is located in an unclaimed zone at the intersection of the Denise, Prothean, and Dorno star clusters. The planet's surface environment is known for being extremely harsh, constantly faced with the threat of impact from small-scale celestial objects. This is why very few intelligent species have made this planet their home, dividing themselves into several tribes to eke out nomad lifestyles as they struggle to survive the arid desert wilderness. They have developed their own folk beliefs that are independent of the Eon belief system.
Sigonia. Sigonia. Ravenous eye of the storm, spurned by all the gods.
我是不是在看什么英文片啊？
But not water.
这很像那种音乐剧的 feel 就是音乐剧的那种念法。
Tears. You beat us with your falling stars. You lash us with wind and storm. You chew us up with the cracked earth. You promised us a land of honey.
你感觉自己充满了艺术气息，我也觉得，真的有那种 feel 啊。他是那种用那种咏叹调的 feel 在念这个台词。
When you took his father, my child was still sleeping in my belly. And where my husband went, I too soon must go. I don't ask for a peaceful death. Just for you to tell me.
Just for you to tell
me. Does the baby swaddled sweetly asleep? Does he dream of his mother's heartbeat and the sound of falling rain? Please tell me whether this life is all just a fleeting dream. Otherwise,
他已经死了。
Why would this child be born to face impending death?
Mommy! 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 The rain! It's raining!
Raining?
下雨了。
Raining.
所以他的脖子要被勒上给关口。
It is raining. It's true. These outworlders weren't lying to us. They really did summon the rain.
那不是 QR code 吧？
We can go back
好笑哦。那明明是那个，那叫什么？刷卡不是刷卡标准，不是，那是什么？
You came.
忘记叫什么。
Do you hear that?
条码，好像更惨。对，条码。你让我想到，我可以，我去弄一个沙金的图，然后我要把我的那个发票载具放在他的图上面。
The sky also sent down a gift like this from Gaia.
感觉还不错哦。然后要给人家刷载具的时候，那个手机就拿出来，你看，就是给人家。
Such a blessed child.
好像可以耶。
Just like your name.
我想想要怎么弄。
A gift from them.
因为我看过有人把那个载具披在那个忘记哪一个动漫角色的手上面，超级好笑的。
May the goddess Gayatri keep your blood.
你果你是天元，你一定用看怪人的眼神看你。哦，那就是
Let your journey
不会觉得很好，很棒吗？
forever peaceful. And your schemes.
那我之后把，如果之后绿界，我要把绿界顶在我的头上。你看，欢迎刷条嘛。
Welcome to this sad world. Kakavasha.
Kakawasha.
Time to wake up, gambler.
对啊，是沙井啊。虽然那个头发颜色好像
I must have drunk too much
好
soul
像不太
glide.
一样，是我错觉吗？
Didn't expect you to be back so soon. How is it? Find anything?
Just as you guessed. Nobody outside knows about Robin's death. There aren't even baseless
卡卡洛，
conspiracy
原来沙丁
theories.
是
They're still streaming the
没
rehearsal
有
for
啦
her ceremony. Using a stand-in, I guess. They must be dreaming.
Of course. Who could imagine that death would actually descend upon the idyllic dream created by the family? Let alone that the victim would be the female lead of the Charmony
所
Festival.
以到底是谁是凶手？
To be honest with you,
我现在在
I
追
didn't
与遗
believe
产
it.
之外，我们还要
Even
抓
tested
出
it a few times
谁是凶手。
myself. Until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. Whenever there's any danger, I'm forced awake by the dream pool, and it's all as if everything were just a nightmare. That's why I'm convinced that there are a few big secrets
沙丁的
lurking
CV
behind
英
the
文 CV 很
scenes.
好听哎，
Then you must have heard about the memory zone meme.
真理的声音就真
When
的
I
是那种
graciously deigned to establish connections with the Oak family on your behalf, they were quite in a pitiful state of disarray. Besides Robin, there was
不用加
another
机外
body.
吧，好笑。
I don't know the exact details, just that it was a stowaway.
2 murder cases? I told you something seemed off about the nameless.
黄泉用秘技赶
He
路到
must
皮
have
洛
come
康内
across
时，
the
发
other
现少一个
one.
蒸汽点。
This murderer is a psycho. But I have to admit, the case should be easy to crack. It's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's
因为一
stand-in
个
was all
是
ready
知
to
更鸟
go.
替身，然后另外一个是偷渡
These
客，
two
所以
murders
偷渡
are
客
definitely getting hushed
没有
up.
人会知道他
What
在
should
这
I
里。
do? Let me think.
对
It's too rare an opportunity to miss out on, so I gotta be careful.
Incredible gambler. Have you already exhausted
超
your
级强的
limited
耶。
repertoire of tricks so soon?
超级强的。
There are plenty of chips,
好好笑。
but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin. Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend.
因为我在跟
Robin is
老
what she
唐
calls
联系
mute.
担保。
She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that
哎，他刚刚
sound.
有出现哎，
Not produced by any
他
voice
刚刚有出现，他
box,
声
but
音，
rather
他的音
by
配
the
也很
resonance of
赞
the
哎，
harmony.
我仿佛在听到那个就
If
是
that girl hadn't gone hoarse from
大
singing
boss 在讲
practice, there'd
话
only
的。
be one possibility. Something was up with the family. Or Robin herself. To get to the bottom of this, I tried every way I could to meet her. But she died.
She died.
Right before my very eyes.
Yeah.
A complete and utter loss. Incidentally, it seems to have resulted in your rather undignified arrival on the interrogation stand. There were eyewitnesses at the scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted your alibi.
他出现给你们没有啦，他就是演
For the foreseeable future, you shall
可以去看，
regretfully
就是
find
完全跟他
yourself under the vigilant watch of the hound.
他又讲一些话。
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor. Starting to break out in a cold sweat. Do you reckon there's still any chance of a comeback, given how
他
things
其实
are?
也很忐忑。
A probability.
他快要
Yes,
凉凉
it
了。
exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal.
但
To
是
phrase
真
it
理
in a
太
manner
高
more
了
befitting the vernacular of
医生
Pentagon,
太高了
you're dreaming.
石膏头太高了啦。
But if you simply can't
我相信
control
他戴石膏
yourself
头一
and
定还
want
是
to
比他
try your
比他
hand,
高
then
超
there
多
just
的。
so happens to be a suitable candidate. That man wants to see you again.
Who?
Sunday.
Is this a
公司的
public
人都
hearing
是
or
打追
private
击的。
trial?
对耶。
If it were the former, it would hardly befit my stature to stoop to the role of a
目前
mere
好像出现的都是。
messenger.
Fine. Well, that's great. It's all great. You see, the dead can't talk, but the living
死人
can.
不会说话，但活人会。
Ratio, I'm convinced now that there must be something wrong
哎，
inside.
他是叫他拉蒂奥哎，他
Just
不是
you
叫他
wait
那
and
个。
see. That man's sister has died. He can't sit on his hands.
他看起来年纪也没有很大，
Without any
搞不好还在
further ado,
还在
let's
那
set
个
off.
还
Lead
在
the way.
成长
The
阶
show
段，是不
is
是？
about to begin.
是吧？还在成长阶段。
We're here. The Dewlight Pavilion is the Oak family's fortress and a place where heads of the families meet to discuss great plans for Penacony.
Fortress? I like this metaphor.
一马
I
尼
dealt
格
with the
星
warlords
系
of the Amanica star system not long ago, and their synchronized orbital manor wasn't this heavily guarded.
This mansion nominally belongs to Sunday, and is very befitting of its owner. Without his express invitation, the likes of ordinary guests would never grace these grounds
其实我不知道
in
医
their
生在这里面
lifetimes.
扮演什么样的角
Look
色。
around while you still have this moment of freedom.
Hey, Doc, whose side are you on anyway?
Who's to say I won't sell you out?
We'll see. When we meet the authoritarian master of the Oak
项目
family,
加入
I'll pry an answer out of him.
扮演义父。
Follow me and I'll bring you to his parlor. Hold your tongue and let me deal with the members of the family.
哦耶！哎，好酷哦！哦，我酷，哎，我先去拿。哎，好帅哦！出来，拉。哒哒啦，哒哒啦哒哒，很犀利，
Hey, you two!
很利
That's
息
a place of。
对不起，我念错你的
No
名字。
entry.
I was requested by Mr. Sunday to bring him the suspect. My name is Ratio. He should have mentioned.
原来英文这样念哦 ，ratio。
Oh, I remember you. Veritas Ratio. Your punch virtual particle clock is impressive.
Excuse me?
The one on your head. Of course, it's nothing compared to my full pocket dimensional annihilating power armor of the
没有，我觉得
Mobile
他们要
Knights.
吵架了。
Right. And as I mentioned, that fantasy raiment of yours doesn't exist.
That's because you can't see it. Like I say, only family can see the glory of the Mobile Knights.
Mobile Knights.
Enough. Get going. Don't keep Mr. Sunday waiting.
It seems like the idiocy
你说这个
index
球球吗？
here is no better than it is
好
out
笑
there.。
这些白痴指数。哦，等下再站过去。哦，我想要
Dead end.，
我想要拿宝箱
The。door is shut.
I mean, there isn't a door.
There
How
isn't
did you get in before?
For security reasons, the family built the
所以我要
administrative
解谜
site
是吗？
deep in the dreamscape, with the mechanisms hidden in these nightingale statues. The direction of the
那球球不见
statues
了，球球不
can
见
be
了，
controlled.
球球掰了。
On the previous occasion, an attendant named Kona had gone to the side room to verify
Kona.
something before setting the.
Well, maybe we should do the same.
我们来用穷举法吧，没有。
This is hardly enough for a seat at the table.
挑。来。 高级孔雀，高级鹦鹉，然后跟一个高级孔雀，那个，它折得很好呢。啊，这是什么？都是鸟。高级食材没有啊，不是高级食材。我要转圈圈咯，好吧，转圈圈，我们来转圈圈吧。我看一下，我要去哪里？都呢，走着，哦，这里是这样，走着转圈，没有，那走着。走这是宝箱，给，我吓到，我想说什么东西开了，啊，怎么为什么那里有东西？你在这里做什么？拜。你有谁？你长得好诡异哦。哦，不理他，他长得好怪哦。感谢丽丽加入落叶堆，欢迎。
6 nightingales facing in different directions. An obvious hint.
右前右 前右
They are. What's wrong?
How can nightingales be so huge?
There are no eagles in the 5 families, only nightingales.
他们吵架了，他们又吵架了。右前，好的。顺时钟，逆时钟，顺时，好像是这样。哦，对。
Just as I thought.
义父丢出的比例是来丢出错谁？A
truly miraculous discovery.
这里医生吧，
I
我觉
should
得。
offer you the chance to join the Genius Society.
Really? I thought you'd given up.
I was being sarcastic. Can't you tell?
好笑。冲啊！等下，我的那个聊天室看不到了，等我，先加个。这也太长了吧！对啊，你刷错账号，因为我看得到。有，我知道是你，因为那个名字一样。
So much for Mr. Sunday's reserved, virtuous image.
Do you need me to remind you? We're in a dreamscape. No matter how grand the mansion looks, it'll not affect Penacony.
这里医生讲话真的很呛，
很好笑。
Yeah, you're right. The only way to destroy the family is death. Sunday must have thought the same. Let's head down.
下楼，很赞呐！他就是要呛才好玩啊。我没有说不好。你大概知道为什么官方？他真的是让人很想打他，但是之后再说。先让我玩个。咦，我觉得我蛮爱玩这个的，真很好玩。 他太毒舌，没人抽是吗？是因为这样吗？没有吧。但是他每次我好像也不会抽。噔。Hello， 我就知道。好棒。
This is hardly enough for a seat at the table.
这边可以走吗？真的，看一下。哦，这是新的地图。OK。所以蛮闪明的，没有他们的呛的方法不太一样。对，我觉得啦，个人觉得。对，这边有没有？就是想打你。你满脑子都是杀青害的，才会哭，别这样。有没有杀精？有没有那个公告身高啊？他身高多少啊？有没有公告啊
Hold on.
这就是被呛出新的人给的评价吗？我觉得不太一样。虽然我没有抽
No, but this
我
door
没
is
有抽
locked.
伞兵，我没有伞兵。
My friend,
It's a trial. You got to prove your worth to Sunday before you can speak. If I'm not wrong, we need to find.
Oh.
密室逃脱，我不知道，但我猜他写力量，看起来他有跟啊，但是他也有跟啊。
I've no time for games.
Wow. That's an enormous sandpit. I'd love to build a tall building for myself. Once I have enough savings. Oh, look.
There wasn't a gap before.
Well, with your brilliant mind, you shouldn't have any trouble recalling what was here last time. Right, Doctor?
Of course.
Of course.
Let's look around. When I see it, I will know it.
Fine. Fine.
攻读
Why do I feel
入
that we're
室
pursuing a
窃
degree in burglary now?
盗窃学的学位，好笑。我想要拼拼图，这个很好玩欸，然后每次都拼不出来的。你谁？啊，你在哪？这对吗？这不对。你谁？有了。这样，这样。实心什么实心实人？我不知道哎。俗头里全部的人不是努力就是穷人，没有吧？你是说那个拼图人吗？去当公司的叛徒？你走开，我就不想打。嘿嘿。对啊，他有点像是就是故乡被收了。
This is it.
多怕是故乡被收了，他应该也是一样的原因。从刚刚那一段就是很音乐剧的那一段来讲，感觉就是也是一样的原因。对，我要去哪？没有，狗狗叫你听错了，你听错了，它是错觉，那个是错觉，过不去。我不是吉娃娃，吉娃娃叫声不是长那样。 而且我讨厌纸娃娃。安安，泡芙表哥安安，叫什么？我这边。吉娃娃，吉娃娃。为什么是博美？我比较喜欢大型狗狗，但是他没有练啊，什么都不会。在他没有练的情况下，可以。可以随意用，我看一下。你在哪里？你在哪里？在这里。
All or nothing.
我先拼图。线索在正上方。你先出来，跳起来吧！他也跳，没有，他没有跳啊！他还说跳起来吧。他没有跳啊。回收。沙金没有父母，对，他的爸爸很早就死了，然后他母亲也是差不多。说他怎么按一哦，然后就可以打了是吗
？Stream 4， the gleam
按错了。没事，结果我还是进去了。
I'll see you off.
我按错了啦。
Sure, I'll play along.
Another journey begins.
花钱找耶稣手。你们刚刚怎么没有看到？好笑哦！
Hedge your bets.
没有，我只是想要过小怪而已。
Don't worry, it's just a script.
Eternal sleep and dead return.
我只是想要过小怪而已。对。
Still waters of oblivion.
Welcome, customers. Yeah. A thousand wonders to raise your.
我的战绩是不是普普通通？不是，好吗？
The dice have been cast.
并没有。
Or maybe I'll take it all.
I'll see you off.
Let's be friends. Yeah.
Another journey.
I hit the mark.
好嘞，继续。
Another blood debt repaid.
这样吗？然后
Stream 4.
咦？哦。这个有吗？有哎，哎，好帅哦！
Stream 4.
好棒哦！好了，这就是为什么我会带一个什么都没练的黄泉。 我要变小小只了是吧？
This is what exploring the cosmos is all about.
大公啊，大公的遗物啊，来了。
And the nameplate reads Gulliver's Arch.
If I were you, I would shut my mouth.
他们两个很棒啊！
when you should.
如果没打到，可以一直开。这个我知道，这个我有印象。
Oh, this reminds me of one of those buildings.
砰！
Oh, look, the gap.
然后呢？没有，刚刚是我以为我要先开，然后再碰。对。
Did I drink?
但是我知道他没有打到最好点。
Indeed.
因为我只记一半。
Huge. Actually, I think we could make this work for us. Oh, fine. I was just kidding.
我觉得发现很可爱啊。很可爱，你怎么一直忘？嗨，我可以跟你一起。这是想要进9又3/4月台，但是进不去的麻瓜吗？对，感觉像，感觉挺像的。Hello， 你是工业化的骄傲？不是，交换可爱。我们来喷砂，这样。拔鸟，拔生财鸟，折纸鸟。对，我会幸运一整天，好棒！咦，开。这里好多气球哦，然后要拼图，然后要找四散兵。对啊，哪里？这边的装饰感觉不一样啊，虽然是一样的那个。你好，我是工业化的展。这边是什么？这是什么字？我没有办法抽中我没有了，我没有东西了。我刚40抽完了，没有东西可以抽了。我刚刚那样抽已经很幸运了。我30抽 Y 小宝，然后40抽出，可以了啦。
Hello, welcome to the Golden Hour Base Model.
你好像机器人。你看起来一点都不像项目玩具兵。
And tell me about the tour.
Hello. Welcome to the Golden Hour Base Model.
Base Model.
I am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour of the base model. Happy to be of generating guide. Please wait patient.
到底没钱优化语音是
？Found the nearest check-in spot. Please look behind me. A capsule machine model.
我觉得这配音员要超强的，好不好？好好笑。
What's up with that? Now the family's toys are trying to frame me? I didn't do a thing to a dog. You've gotta be my witness.
I
哦，这是大型扭蛋机的。
There's no mechanism on the floor.
野兽前辈的。
So,
I
was right.
真的是很好笑。
These models have interiors that look exactly like the real buildings. The only difference is that no one lives in them. Funny that Sunday puts a miniature that makes him seem like a giant by comparison, right where he can see it first thing in the morning.
看一下，我要往哪？对，是往这。
Insecure much?
没有，他说甚至来不及为他打5星好评，但是我绝对不会帮他打5星好评。他讲的那样子，到底要怎么5星好评？
Oh, one of the fragments flew upstairs. I'll need to use the pinball machine to flick myself up there. But it's tough.
我要跳到哪里？这看起来真的很像尸红片耶！你抽到色为黄泉，我觉得。干巴的呢，我相信下一个10抽会出的，因为我就是这样。
Doc, I'll need your brain power again.
There's no need to yell. I can hear you. The pinball machine must be hidden somewhere in the hall.
你的黄泉是自私。
Wait here, and I'll be
怎么跟我的黄泉不太一样？连头发颜色都不一样。 好好笑啊！
Finally, a moment of peace.
为什么会叫他抽油？其实我不会用真理医生，我跟他完全就是不熟。 他们好烦哦！好了，我换个队伍回来。让我换个队伍。跑累了，让我换个队伍。我好累哦。好像不够用。A 好诶，拉，哒哒哒，雕像变土了，雕像变土了。 我把他的雕像变秃了，变秃头了。
That's it. Pleasant moments of solitude are always fleeting.
拜拜。路上有没有东西可以让我打的？吃个。
You're back. Just.
起风。
Thanks, Doc.
击。好嘞，他为啥不直接把沙丁抓过去？我不知道啊，但是他就是没有做这件事情，可能他不想碰他吧。对，他不想碰他，他想要，我怎么过不去？控制装置，控制。嘿，老兄。
Oh, Ratio, you should come in here and take a look. The view here is breathtaking. Honestly, you could easily squash me with just a pinch.
If that is your whip,
hold on. Piece of cake.
看一下，然后呢，回去，然后去哪里？这样，嘣嘣嘣嘣。这个可以直接 K 掉。不行。那我要出去了，因为它没有任何的效用。
Hold on. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. 哎呦，原来除了出去会变到原地，我不知道啊，我就都是嘛，有事有成果啊，好了，是吧？不试试看怎么知道呢
And the joyous tour of Toy City has come to an end. Makes me feel sad. Penacony isn't all bad, right? I'll use this interesting experience as a talking point at the
我跑
poker
进来
table.
就只为了拼这个拼图，然后我又要出去了。拜拜，出去，芝麻开门。
It's a pity you made it out of the sandpit alive. Sunday
Oh,
is just beyond this door.
对，
From my
对
limited
话对呛
understanding,
了。
he's not someone easily handled. Are you prepared?
Yeah. Only I believe he's the one who should be.
Tell me about your.
I don't have a plan. I'll just play it by ear.
Looks like since.
Am I not sincere enough?
Teacher
There's no need to emphasize it. We've got to make good use of death. That man's sister is dead. He won't be able to turn a blind eye, and that's fear. And I'll help him find the murderer.
On what basis?
Simple. Because... that was just an excuse, good dog. Moreover, I need to know her identity. But honestly, the murder case is likely unrelated to her. We'll see. Using Robin's death as a bargaining chip, I'll win back. If the chance of winning is just beyond this door...
Ah, the charming audacity. To think that you, of all people, might emerge victorious.
3 chips are enough. All or nothing.
所有或者他真的是赌徒啊，他真的就是赌徒。他的气势还有打动。
It seems my puzzles are too effortless for you, IPC and Batman.
I appreciate your words. And I see you put a lot of effort into welcoming me, Mr. Sunday.
蛮好看的啊。
Well, this isn't an invitation, but a summoning. Before we speak, I need to test your character. I imagine this knowledgeable doctor friend of yours has been of great help. Yes?
Certainly. You ought to know this better than I do. He's already faithfully fulfilled his duties, hasn't he?
Yes, the doctor has assured me of your noble character. He
你们两
considers
人
you
心
like
地一样
himself,
正直，
a
所以他就
virtuous
是一个
person who can be trusted by the family.
刀子嘴的人呢。
I have come to know you very
他
well
不
as
是
a
我朋
person,
友。
Mr.
我觉得这
Aventurine.
个是那个，
You're
这个
diligent,
是这个是
generous,
真理会讲的话
and
吧
willing to？
他不是我
cooperate.
朋友。
The fact that you succeeded in overcoming many obstacles just to meet me gave me the reason to believe in your wisdom and courage. But there's one thing I must ask you. That is, you've used your wisdom at the wrong place to meet the wrong person and put yourself in a situation where you shouldn't be, witnessing a tragedy that shouldn't have happened.
You don't look too well. Am I making you anxious? If not, then it means I'm on your side.
If I wasn't mistaken, you'd just made a serious accusation against.
为什么啦？他就是设计这样子
You weren't mistaken. For depravity is creeping in around you. There's no need for us to be evasive. Let's talk about your sister.
晚安。
Your sister's talent is
晚安，
unrivaled in the
晚安。
world of show business. As you know, her voice has been out of tune since she returned to Penacony. What's more
不太协
disheartening,
调。
she can't sing anymore. Who could be responsible for this? Many suspect the culprit is among the outsiders, but
什
I
么东
know
西落正在睡觉？
you
我平常也是这个
hold a
时间在睡觉吧。
Now your noble status has become a shackle, preventing you from apprehending the murderer and avenging your sister's death.
哪有
You're
人凌
feeling
晨
anxious
睡？
because you're out on a limb.
没有，我知道你们都是早
But
上
don't
睡
worry.
觉，就是早点睡
I'm on your
觉。
side.
I'm immensely honored by your concern for me, Mr. Aventurine. Since you're so selfless and generous, I believe you wouldn't ask for anything in return.
Well, naturally, you wouldn't incur any loss from this. I
那
just
在
want to
领金
reclaim what is mine. My liberty and the personal items under the family's custody. The bag of gift money.
The box in which the cornerstone is stored.
That's right.
Cornerstone. I've heard it's a treasured asset of the
实
Strategic
心
Investment
实
Department.
心实
A
人。
sacred stone that
目
seals
前
the Preservation Emanator, granting
目前
significant
是不是
power.
出现只出现
And
两个而
every
已？
liquidation specialist holds one. For an object so precious,
你不觉得
it
是因为
probably
真理
comes
太
at an
高
even
吗？
higher price than other.
Well, I'm sure you're aware of the high level of risk I'll be undertaking to bring the truth to light.
Mr. Aventurine, when you're out and about, do you always make adjustments to your appearance? Your tie should be on the center line. Your shirt must not protrude from your vest. Your trousers.
Of course.
But I don't, because it's not appropriate to do so in public. You should make sure everything is presentable and in order before leaving. I'm not the kind that takes risks. The cornerstone must be in the custody of the family.
No room for negotiation.
Please, don't let me turn you down twice.
Sure. The gift money is good enough. I
只
suppose
拿
you
回
wouldn't
礼
mind
金也
that.
可以。
After all, a merchant can't function without a bargaining chip.
You compromised quicker than I thought. Unfortunately, it's a gambler that needs a bargaining chip, not a merchant. I can give you your gift money, but before that, I want you to tell me.
什么？
The fact that you can decisively forsake the box you asked for? What exactly is stored in it?
一个没开奶窗的角色带着一个有开奶窗的角色衣服。
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false
这是下周吗？
What have you done?
Under the light of the harmony, all wickedness is revealed. I implore them to shed their light, and I'll ask you questions on their behalf.
萌萌的，
Next,
某程度
you
来
have
讲，
113 seconds to prove your innocence and gain my trust.
And if I refuse,
You can try, and we'll see if the harmony rejects you.
其实沙金是纯户有点意外。
Do you own a cornerstone?
Yes.
What a simple answer. You, too, understand that idle chatter leads only to poverty. Did you hand over the cornerstone to the family when you entered Penacony?
Yes.
Does the cornerstone you handed over to the family belong to you?
Yes.
Is your cornerstone in this room right now?
Yes.
Is your memory free from any kind of tampering or deletion, encompassing but not restricted to the tech?
Yes.
Are you an Avgin from Sigonia?
其实这能力很适合分子。
Yes. You even know about that?
Do the Avgins have any ability to read, tamper with, or manipulate one's own or another's mind?
是否没有
No. Does it matter?
Do you love your family more than yourself?
Yes.
All the Avgins were killed in a massacre.
所以这到底是什么？歪掉了。
No.
Are you your clan's sole survivor?
Perhaps.
Do you hate and wish to destroy this world with your own hands?
I don't know.
Interesting. Now, the final question.
所以下去
Can you swear that at this very moment, the Aventurine stone is safe and sound in this box?
沙金石。
Of course.
Open it, Mr. Aventurine.
要看哦。
Please.
打开就会爆炸。
Are these what you're looking for?
为什么会有两个？不是只有一个吗？
Since you came as promised, learned doctor, does this mean that you are willing to take the side of the family in this farce?
What makes you think you can convince me?
I've heard you haven't enjoyed Mr. Aventurine's company. I also understand that you're an avid learner who sees the pursuit of knowledge above all.
那女生也有。
In that case, you ought to realize that a competent scholar knows their position and wouldn't forsake more vital matters for the sake of petty pride.
If you agree to assist the family, I'll share our research findings on the Stellaron. You must be quite aware that, besides the family, no other faction is willing to share such information.
原来他是用学术去拉拢人。
Cut to the chase. What do you...
I need Mr. Aventurine's comprehensive plan.
Haven't you confiscated his cornerstone?
拔光了毛的孔雀可飞不
You
起
can't
来。
expect a featherless bird to take flight.
But I've also heard the 10 elites in the Strategic Investment Department have united, progressing together in the interests of the IPC.
You'll have to speak more clearly than that.
Clearly.
The cornerstone, which Mr. Aventurine surrendered.
You question whether he would entrust you with someone else's cornerstone. The 10 Stonehearts aren't as united as you think. Cornerstones are significantly more precious to them than their very own lives.
But you know that he's a crazed gambler. The more vocal he is about it, the more cautious I must be.
I never imagined someone would share his way of thinking. Honestly, you should see a shrink. Bring it. The box containing the cornerstone is unique, and only IPC senior staff and related members can access it. But,
I appreciate it.
Unfortunately, your guess.
The golden stone. Its color and glow.
This is the very ruse he intends to use to fool you. He won't reveal to you that the tense and this golden statue is also known as not adventurine. And it so. Do you wish to confront him?
Not at the moment. I'm more interested to know the location of his cornerstone.
The safest place somewhere you'd never think of. Because he never intended to hide it. In fact, that...
I see. This bag. Mixing a cornerstone. More precious than life itself. With a bunch of worthless jewels. Disguised as a gift of money waiting to be confiscated. Is indeed in line with Mr. Aventurine's style.
Then he makes up some trivial excuse, downplaying the matter and requests the gift money.
Learned doctor, I am grateful for your help. As for the villain, it was all thanks to your friend with a keen eye that I could add a blot of utter ratio, you wretch. Finally shown your true colors, huh? Oh, and just to remind you, you currently only have 17 system hours left to live. Treasure your remaining time.
You might as well explain yourself a little more clearly.
What I performed on you just now was the Harmony's consecration. You were to show allegiance beneath the illumination of their grace. Yet you acted willfully, uttering nothing but falsehoods, transforming the consecration into a trial. I genuinely see no reason.
Is this what the Harmony represents? Is it built upon constraint and coercion?
You misunderstand, Mr. Aventurine. Punishment is meant for the irreverent, but I have seen your resilient spirit, and thus I offer you the possibility of a new beginning. Throughout these 17 system hours, you will be unable to escape the dreamscape, or contact any of your companions. You only have 2 paths before you, and it all depends on whether you can complete my test within the time limit. Should you succeed, you will be able to coalesce into the Harmony and be with your family. If you fail, you will suffer the wrath of the Eternal Centurion and fall into an abyss of doom.
Sounds like I'm gonna end up the same either way.
I indeed do need a servant to help me uncover the evil hidden in the family from an external perspective. I will purge the evil from the inside and bring the real culprits to justice within 17 system hours. When the time comes, compare your findings with mine. If both our findings align, or if you can provide me more insights, then they will truly be able to grant you...
Shameless hypocrites. You took everything from me and still demand the truth? That isn't fair. Your carnival reeks with the stench of cash. Nothing is achievable without it.
This is meant to be an act of personal virtue, not requiring the family's support. Your bag is over there. Do as you please. I believe you can trade this bag of worthless jewels for everything you need. Off you go, Mr. Aventurine. You are free.
真的是大概怎么告一章？我只能这样讲。这个不是那个。
This meeting isn't an interrogation or a negotiation. It's an outright execution.
Why would I do that, Mr. Aventurine? I'm just wondering what a passerby who stumbled upon a scene of a murder could have found out. That's all. By the way, before you go, I have a personal question.
What is it now?
Do you truly wish to bring about the destruction of this world?
偏激妹控。
Kusabita! Where did you go? Oh, are you injured?
I got it back, sister.
You went to look for them? That's too dangerous. It's just a necklace. It's neither food nor water. But I can't live without you, little brother. Promise me not to look for those catechins again, okay?
Sister, don't be afraid. The catechins are fools, but I'm smart. I played a game with them, and I won.
Won? What happened exactly? Tell me.
I made a bet with them. The two birds in the desert and me. Who will die first? I won. They suspected me of cheating, but I didn't. I won fair and square.
Of course. Of course you'd win. You've always been a lucky child.
这是不是那个的名字啊？
Gayatra Triclops must be watching over you. But that's no reason to push your luck by going up against those bloodthirsty, cruel catechins. Have you forgotten how Mom and Dad... Look, this is just a necklace. But Kakavasha, you are my only family.
卡卡瓦夏。
I'm sorry, sister. I thought you'd be happy.
沙金以前叫卡卡瓦
His
夏。
mom left you this necklace. There'll be no next time.
It is important. But not pain and poverty are the trials of Gayatra Triclops. She has also granted us a chance. And that's your good luck, Kakavasha. Your good luck is the most precious wealth You're a child blessed by Gayatra Triclops and can lead the clan to
永远不要
happiness.
怨恨、痛苦和贫穷。
Always remember to protect yourself. And
我
never
真的总觉得
resent
他
the
在
pain and poverty you're
说
going
笑
through.。Listen to me and swear to Gayatra Triclops.
Okay. We'll swear to Gayatra Triclops to protect this wealth. But sister, if Gayatra Triclops was really watching over us, then why did she not protect Dad when he was swept away by the quicksand? After all, Dad went to the Catechins' land only to prepare for Gayatra Triclops' offerings. And where was Gayatra Triclops when Mom was shivering in our arms? Mom was still pleading for Gayatra Triclops' forgiveness under her breath, until the moment she closed her eyes. Sister, everyone praises me for being smart, but I don't get it. If every rain pour was Gayatra Triclops' forgiveness, then how bad were our sins? So much so that we were born in this world of death?
好黑暗。
Excuse me. I can't seem to find any information on this art.
Just as I...
Are you referring to the records when you entered the dream pool? I apologize. The hotel doesn't...
Looks like nothing.
At least we know who to thank you for your assistance, Miss Allie.
Fine? What does that mean? Is there something wrong with Miss Robin?
所以大家不知道。
Sure enough, but that Miss Firefly is truly Miss... She's also in the running for the legacy.
Is there any...
The Memo Keepers have abilities that are... The hacker girl from the Stellaron Hunters used extraordinary
The Garden of Recollection.
Who are you guys?
Who are you guys?
The Bravo team has arrived at their designated armed. What do you know? It's more efficient this way. Help me!
Hey, check it out.
To all guests.
I'll request a beating for you lot. You've been told not to drink during work hours. Take him back to the hotel room. I'll organize a meeting later to properly go over how this incident.
Miss Topaz?
Oh. It's fine.
这种听起来要怎么
And try to avoid any As you see, the IPC isn't very popular here on Penacony. Only Aventurine, who carries...
No wonder Aventurine's scrambling.
His situation isn't optimistic, I hear.
Thank you, Miss Topaz.
Yep. They're tailing us right now. Why not go and talk to them? It'll take the spotlight off me.
We're carrying out our We made a mistake last time, and we're working hard to rectify.
So that's it. They were the pair who were after.
It's you again. Back
你
for
东
more
铁
trouble?
唯一没有的女角
We're not afraid of you this
没有
time.
抽吗？还是没有抽的啊？
Well, spit.
So you know each other. That's right.
Hey, the security office. What? Yeah, that's right.
Looks like they're not going to cooperate.
Why don't we just look for the security?
耶，我们去找哪？需要跟他讲话吗？
How does it
没
feel
抽
to be
到。
in business? That's just his style. Ball or nothing. But Aventurine's luck has always been good. Of course, as for the two cases...
他很相信他，结果出事啦，出事啦，头发出事啦，醒了，烟醒了，因为头发出现烟醒是吗？
Such
刚
tight
唱的手
security.
真的是什么都有。
I bet they're stumped by the case as well. Gallagher.
来。
Hold on a minute.
How much trouble have you stirred up exactly on Penacony?
Not possible. It was. I'm not letting you get.
Huh?
Hold on, sir. We have documents authorized by the family that
感
would
觉
aid
脑
your
子要长
investigation.
出来了。
If
等
it
一
wouldn't
下
trouble，you, could we see this Mr. Gallagher?
Who exactly is this Gallagher you keep talking about? There've been a few people mentioning.
He didn't send you on.
It was the
He'll do.
Sorry. Everyone,
We're really sorry for trouble.
Another way. Can you perform it again? It's not bad, please.
Please.
Sorry. No, everyone, please.
人在心情好的时候，人在心情好的时候，来。
Let me. Whoa! Time to clock out.
下班喽。
What?
At least he won't be getting.
I was wondering what all the commotion was.
Hello, Mr. Gallagher, sir.
Miss Himiko.
Mr. Gallagher.
Of course I do. I had an encounter with this gentleman in the Golden. I'm sorry.
This is also the reason why we've come to visit you, Mr.
The Nameless involved with the...
Why?
It's nothing. No matter how much one resists the beautiful dream, when the time comes, they too will find it hard to let go.
Mr. Gallagher seems to be getting
我
at
今天应
something.
该看不完。
You got it wrong. I'm
我
not.
觉得
You want to discuss the case? Sure.
我可能要在一个地方停下来。对。
Even after that
不会
chilling
好吗？
tragedy, this dream is still,
这游
other
戏。
than the family of the Harmony, it's
The family itself is a huge. Each member of the family sees themselves as a piece of the divine puzzle.
Interesting analogy.
But the human body has its limits, and so does the divine.
That doesn't sound like the kind of comment a Galaxy Ranger...
Just pointing out the facts. Mr. Yang will definitely have a better sense of what's going on than I do.
Why do you...
The beautiful dream is crumbling. But not because of a particular eon, a particular faction, or a particular visitor. As people immerse their souls in the dreamscape, where consequences and pain cease. Also, this necrosis will diffuse.
In the end, the dreams that people built in the name of freedom became the cage that imprisoned them. I'm sure you've...
Of course. Don't mind me. It's just a habit.
Take your time.
Take your time. 就这些吧。
This is what I've seen. Someone once said to me, Penacony wasn't like this. I've traveled through the reality and dreamscape of the planet of festivities. Watched the tides of night rise and fall. When time stopped for
每次要停下来都会怕下一段就结束，然后2个
where the
小时
spirits of the
不见了。我已经
rich
超过2
and
个
this
小
is
时
why
了，
I
谢
think the
谢。
collapse of the beautiful dream.
所以我觉得差不多了，差不多，
everything.
差不多，我可能看完这一段差不多。如果
But
真
if
的
this
是
is
生命
indeed
选
the
的深
world
邃的
that
语言，
people
Miss, there was a man from my homeland who, at a time when the world was grappling with deep, he wove together the dreams of everyone in the world, linking people's
12点就是要
dreamscapes,
睡觉，我平常
and
11点半睡。
shouldered this burden himself. From this, he created a giant,
现
a
在眼
spiritual
皮很
atom.
重。
And since that moment, the giant stood between heaven and earth, becoming the pillar of the worlds. They slumbered in a dream, devoid of disaster and pain, living out their days peacefully in the man's
当你
created
每天早
utopia.
上要
And
很
it
早
is
起来去
because
上
of the
课的
wishes
时
of
候
those，
你
people
就会
who wished not to awaken
你
that
就会
this
很早
spirit
睡。
And yet, you stand here right now. Which also means that man failed.
Because people must always move towards the future. And that man, he was the sun chaser of legend, soaring towards the sky and embracing his final victory with his fall. He ascended to heights uncharted, only to come face to face with the sun, a place not visited by anyone before. His wings would melt. Countless others would surpass him, soaring to even greater heights.
哪有高中在跳嘞？
A fitting metaphor for the nameless's trailblazing. Thank you, Mr. Yang. I know what you wish to confirm. The universe has innumerable similar yet different
去
worlds.
写啊！
In these
你干得
worlds,
完
there
吗？
are innumerable people who look alike yet don't. I too have embarked on journeys, encountering old friends with familiar faces on different worlds, witnessing their destinies follow paths similar to mine. Even if not completely similar.
我的岁数是
The story you
17
just told. I ended that man's life. Alone. I am not who you think I am. Nor will my home be as fortunate as your world.
I am sorry.
It's fine. I don't mind, so long as I can alleviate your suspicions.
There's something I still wish to know, Miss
弟弟也是
Acheron.
啊。
Under that representation of the hunt, exactly what sort of power is it that has motivated your solitary journey thus far?
Mr. Yang, before answering that question, I wish to continue the previous talk. I like your analogy very much. Indeed, birds are born to fly. But in a distant past, their ancestors could only gaze at the
我
sky
跟
and
你讲，他
envy.
真的是很让人想要睡
They
觉。
saw that faraway ray of light from
但
above
是
the
是因为我
heavens,
想要睡觉。
piercing through the clouds and blanketing
高
the
中都
earth.
翘成那样夸张
And
哎！
so, time and time again,
你
in
不会
generation
不会
after
被老师打电
generation,
话是
the
吧？
birds spread their wings and took to the sky. Then, What if the last bird finally soared? Then why exactly?
2点睡也算很晚呢。为什么你们都那么晚睡啊？
Long time no see.
This voice, it's not.
Though I don't know my bullets will find you. Until then, you best find a casket store on Penacony.
Imposter? I see. She gave my. Who are you?
Huh?
包了个背的，什么东西
Who the heck are you?
I'm the Garden of Recollections.
Not bad.
I don't know what you're talking about. Not quite. I only want to ask, how exactly did she become a Galaxy Ranger? She's clearly not a path strider of the hunt, but you are, aren't you?
Well, that lady's past is an emanator who should not exist.
Wow. 我要结束了吗？为什么又变回沙金了？等一下。
You look.
I didn't think you'd have the nerve.
I thought this was exactly what you just tell me.
So,
yes, and I'm pretty sure the people at the
Great.
Oh, you've got a lot of.
My conversation with Sunday convinced me that there's a traitor in the family. I even managed to recover the gift money.
Sounds like a very.
That's all I can say. Go. Do what you must.
That's true, but what?
Well, who knows?
You are in?
Maybe I am.
Fine.
What's this?
遗嘱
Medical advice?
遗嘱沙金这一段很长，我要关了。
Asking me to solve a case without giving a single clue.
脑袋长翅膀的混蛋。
But the way you're all on edge about that stowaway, it's just as I guessed it would be. As for now, let the rain of wealth from the IPC fall evenly on everyone.
好嘞，到这结束。我其他的下次我再开台看。差不多了，为什么我这个没解完啊？我看一下啊。那个。没有，我没有要4星逛街街。那什么200，这是不是比较快？好懒哦，这样，我就让他，对，然后看一下。还是先念他的，我看一下哦，他要什么？没有，我要先把它弄完。不是你。Understanding over it. Trouble. 长得那么管风琴。
Welcome, customers.
Eternal.
哎，我们今天差不多，我应该要把它，就是让它自己跑，然后我要去睡觉。今天差不多到这。感谢各位观看，我要去睡觉。 没电了，要没电了。明天见。明天应该还行吧，也没有在。好嘞，晚安。我不管别人怎么讲。
All will be swept away by the wind.
身体要健康才是本命。对，我要没电，我已经从声音就听得出来我没电了。各位晚安，晚安，感谢今天大家的观看，明天见，拜拜。明天是联动，青龙晚安，荧光晚安，烟晚安，红茶晚安，市民晚安，荧光晚安 ，Max 晚安。